I'm gonna role play as Ninja when we beat him.
Okay, that's kind of rude, man.
Mr. Beast, does he even know what gaming is?
I mean, he's an old, washed-up gamer, but I also have to try.
I don't think there's enough practice in the world for Jimmy to be good at League of Legends.
If I lose for the rest of the time, I'm gonna be the guy who lost to Ninja.
This is gonna be a freebie.
Yeah, just root for me because Ninja sucks. Put me laughing after I say that.
Homelander lost his mind.
What's this?
Makes you a soup for 24 hours. You're gonna need it.
The whole point of what we do is that no one should have that kind of power.
We're all we've got. It's up to us.
By the hero's end.
So I was watching Maisel on Prime Video.
You miss me?
I so want her life. Oh, or the board game. I wonder what other funny shows are. Yep, watching this.
What do you want, a fortune cookie? Like what?
Isn't he in? Yes, crazy.
Check this out.
Guys, I'm fine. I'm seriously fine.
You leave, right?
Rainbow sprinkles in your hair.
When all the comedy is in one place, entertainment never ends.
Damn, Rachel.
See where it takes you. Prime Video.
am the myth. I am the glory you seek. I am the island. And the island is me. I am the rage, the destruction. I am Eternum. And Eternum is me.
I'm gonna role play as Ninja when we beat him.
Okay. That's kind of rude, man.
Hello, and welcome to Good at Stuff. I am your host and glamorous gumshoe for this evening, Gina DeVivo. Hello, it is a beautiful day in Seattle, and I'm gonna take a nice sip. If you're here from last week or any other week, thanks for being here. And if this is your first time, welcome. Each week, I'm gonna introduce you to an amazing and talented creator, maker, all-around cool person, and together we're gonna make something that has been inspired by their interests. It's very exciting, and we like to celebrate wins on this show and celebrate getting good at stuff. So it's gonna be a very fun time because you at home in chat get to do it with us. Yes, glamorous juice box. Yes, you at home are gonna get to do a very special thing today. So we are going to be doing a murder mystery extravaganza. Oh, yes. So you are going to be crafting a story along with us. But more on that later, because that's for another time. Now, last week, we had the absolute pleasure of talking to Sashi Boom. And she told us all about how her journeys through travel inspired her music and getting good at being artistic with she does music pedals and she was inspired by wanderlust in life and traveled on a cruise ship. And we made these lovely tie-dye pride shoes. It was very, very fun. Oh, yes, and each week, we have our guests inspire our episodes. And this week, we are talking about catharsis because our guest today is a true crime streamer. It's going to be very exciting. And when I think about catharsis, I use it all the time for crafting. It's sort of the resolve, the need for release, and that is very needed for the last, fill in the blank. And I would love to know how you've all been getting your spiritual renewal and how have you been rejuvenating the last few days, few weeks, few months. Let's see, Star Pilot 6, she's not a suspect. That's for later, I'm not a suspect now. Right now we're talking about catharsis. I use crafting. It is the way that I hyper-focus and get all of my creative energy out because I get very stressed sometimes. Obviously, as we all do, we struggle with mental health problems and we struggle with being alone and living day-to-day life. So what are some things that you've been using out there in chat to release and have moments of self-reflection and going for a walk. Jeremiah was a Bullfrog 3. Going for a walk, absolutely. I try to take daily walks. It is a very good way to unwind. Detective Zen, you have a puppet Gina to talk to. She is a great way to relax and unwind. She's a very good listener. And luckily, I get to make her say whatever I want, which is usually some compliments. Gamer Blue, personally, I've been doing some advocacy. Went to a restaurant. Oh, for the visually impaired. I would love to, can we feature that, chat? I'd love to see that. Mr. Owlbear, the show is my stress relief. Thank you very much. Matt Clemens Jr., Fortnite, absolutely. My pet doggy to de-stress. Oh yes, if you've got a dog or any animal, go pet them right now. Grab a juice box and give them some love. Because dogs get stressed out too, and we all just need a little cuddle sometimes. Zero Dork 30, hello new friends. Yes, everyone, hello new friends. Yeah, we here for Bose. Yeah, we've got Bose in the house. They're gonna be on a little bit later. It's very exciting. You're gonna love it. I've been talking to her all day. She's lovely. She's lovely, and you're gonna love it. Video games is the way that I unwind. Love a good video game. What kind of video games have you all been playing? And while you all talk about that, oh yeah, Bose is coming. But before Bose comes, we have a very, very special guest today. I'm so excited to intro. He is an acclaimed producer, narrator, actor, writer. There's no reason to delay this any further. I really want to give a very, very, very special warm welcome to Will Wheaton. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to Good at Stuff.
Hello. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to have you on the show. And I want to just jump right into the questions because I want to hear everything that you have to say. So you just...
Let's do it.
Great. So you just released a book, Still Just a Geek, and it's an update from your original memoir from 2004, Just a Geek.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what made you want to re-release this now, and why do you think that revisiting these essays from your younger version was necessary?
I will start with a phrase from a reviewer. I go out of my way to not read my reviews.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what people say.
Sure.
This accidentally landed on whatever I was looking at. Anyway, it's a woman, and she said, I always felt like men in their 20s and early 30s like just shouldn't write memoirs because they haven't lived enough to really understand what they're talking about. And she's absolutely right. The thing is, when I was 28 and wrote this, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Sure.
So I told this story about kind of like the creation of my blog, which in 2000 was novel and new and an extraordinarily difficult thing to do. It involved a lot of time. I had to learn a programming language to do all of those things. And I got all this pressure to turn my blog posts into a book. So I did. It was incomplete. It was unfinished, and I never really understood why until 18 years later I looked back at it and I saw, well, I'm not talking at all. I'm not honest with myself at all about like having PTSD.
Wow.
I at the time that I wrote it, I was undiagnosed with severe mental illness. I have depression and anxiety in addition to the PTSD. And I just didn't know all these things about me. And when I look back at what I wrote 18 years ago, I can see all these places my pain and my trauma are expressing themselves in unhelpful ways, in embarrassing ways, and I wanted to take what, as it turns out, was a first draft and revisit it.
Yeah.
And now I'm turning 50 next month. And I finally felt like, okay, I have enough experience. I've done lots of work on myself. I understand who I am. I understand why I am. And I understand how to tell the story that I didn't realize I was telling when I wrote this book 18 years ago. And the story in Still Just a Geek is revisiting that, annotating it, and expanding on areas where I held back truths about being abused as a child, and I held back truths about being gaslit by my parents about my experience, and I just left out so much that is an enormous part of me. So when I wrote Just a Geek, it's like I was writing a book that was still trying to tell the story of the person that I thought I was supposed to be, which was a person who was not existing for me, a person who was existing for everybody else, right? Trying to be what other people wanted me to be. And still Just a Geek is me asserting myself and really saying, I don't have to be who you wanted me to be. Nobody has to be who another person wants them to be. And it's okay to trip up and make mistakes and try things that you end up not following to their end while you are figuring out what your dream is, what your life is going to be about, and that we are absolutely not defined by a single thing in our lives.
Absolutely. I can't even imagine what it would be like to basically publish a very private diary that you know everyone is going to read and has already made pre-assumptions about you for most of your life. And the pressure, and then I imagine the episode's theme is catharsis, but the catharsis of having this like historical document to be able to revisit and see how you've grown and self-reflected. So what was it like? I mean, you talked a little bit about it, but what was it like sort of having a little diary of a younger version of yourself, and that you get the opportunity to now show who you are now?
I felt like I was having a conversation with a younger version of myself. And I felt like I was having a conversation with the person I used to know but had kind of lost touch with.
Wow.
And in having that conversation, I saw that person who I used to be really needed a dad and really needed a loving parent to stand up for him and to support him and to lift him up. And I was doing my best to be that for myself as I worked through this book and as I revisited some of the hardest moments in my life, including the single most traumatizing, upsetting experience that I have ever had that still affects me, that happened when I was 13, and it still affects me now. And it was like it was really difficult doing it. I've thought about this a lot. Like, what does this book mean versus what the other book means? And this book is me, right? It's me. It's Will Wheaton. It's Ryan and Nolan's dad. It's Anne's husband. It's Shane's uncle.
Lovely family.
Like that is who this book is about. I kept this big public diary that was all about me because, and I didn't know this when I was doing it, but I needed to tell my truth and my story. When I was 7 years old, my mom took me to her agency and forced me to become a professional actor. She told me, go in, and she like coached me, she prepped me, she told me what to do. I knew exactly what the expectations were. And I went in, I did what I was told, I did a very good job. A very short amount of time later, I started telling her, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to be a kid. And she immediately started lying to me and telling me it was my idea. And this is my dream. And this is what I wanted. And she gave up her career for me. And how could I be so selfish? And why am I not thinking about the family? And all of those things. And what happened was I ended up living this giant lie in public. If you read about survivors of child abuse, it's real common for us to have been very successful at things as kids. We could have been great musicians or extraordinary students or good actors, and not have anyone in the world know until we are adults that we are falling apart inside the entire time all of that is happening, and just in so much pain. So I am living this giant lie where I'm not allowed to tell my truth. I have to pretend that I love these teen magazines. I have to pretend that I love all of this attention and photographers, and I have to pretend that I really, this is the thing that I really love. And the thing is, I just don't, and I never did.
Yeah.
I love being a storyteller. I love writing stories. I love being a dad. I love being a helper in the world. Like, those are things that I really care about. And
we have a picture of your lovely family. Let's see them. Look at your beautiful family. Look at your beautiful wife, Anne.
So so on the screen, that's Nolan on the screen left, and that's to my right, and then that's Ryan on the other side, and then that is Anne, their mom, with all of us. That's Team Wheaton. I just love them to pieces. I had to keep a public diary because I just really had to tell the truth. I needed for myself to tell the truth of my life, and after being forced to participate in a giant lie that was like my mother's version of what she wanted the world to be, where I was very small and inconsequential as a person, I centered myself. I stopped making myself small. I centered myself, and I told my truth, and I told my story. And I've just been so grateful and so overwhelmed, and I feel so just lucky that so many people are responding not only to my story, but the way that I told it. Other people who felt like they were forced to participate in their own versions of like giant familial lies, or people who are recovering from childhood trauma. There's a lot of that, and I don't want to make this sound like this book is entirely about that. It's not. I do comedy from time to time. I occasionally write a good joke. There's some funny stuff in there. There's some behind-the-scenes stuff of working on Star Trek and The Big Bang Theory and things like that. But when it comes to the revisiting of the original book, a huge part of revisiting the original book is really acknowledging and then working through and talking about all the trauma I was experiencing at that time that wasn't in that original version.
Yeah, I love how publicly and honestly you've spoken about overcoming your trauma and experiencing abuse, and it's rare to sort of see a very public face sort of not condemning, but sort of looking back honestly on the life that they've lived in the public eye with not so kind eyes always, and how it affected you and so many others who haven't talked publicly about it. And we're live right now, and there's lots of people in chat who I'm sure have experienced similar emotions of gaslighting and manipulation and feeling really overwhelmed by their circumstances and feeling small. Do you have any words that you'd like to say to some of them? Any advice or just anything for them? I know I could use it too. I suffer from anxiety and depression, all of the things.
If you are a person who is in this club with me, a club to which none of us really want to belong, but we're in this club, right?
Yeah.
And we see each other in a way that you can only see another person when you're in that club together.
Yeah.
To everybody who's in this club with me, this is what I always needed to hear. This is what I've worked very hard to learn, and this is something that I worked so hard to tell myself until I believe it, and I don't all the time. You're enough. You were always enough. You were perfect and wonderful as a child. You are perfect and wonderful as an adult. It was never you. It was always them. It's not your fault that someone chose to be cruel. It's not your fault that someone chose to center their own experiences and their own needs at your expense. It's not your fault. You are a beautiful, wonderful person. You are perfect exactly the way you are. And it is a gigantic bummer for the person or the people who have hurt us, who are unable to see us. It's a bummer for them because they're the ones who are really, really missing out. And I really need you to know this. I really need you to hear this. Some part of you, I know because it exists in me, some part of you is just like, if there's just something else I could have done. I just wish I knew what it was. If I could have done something differently. What if I had gone left instead of right? What if I had chosen door 3 instead of door number 2? It doesn't matter because it was never about you. It doesn't matter because it was never about me. it doesn't matter because it was about the people who hurt us and their failings, their insecurities, their fears. And I just want you to know that I see you. I'm just a person on the other side of the computer, you know. We can have a parasocial relationship right now. I would love that. And I want you to know, all of you who relate to all of this, I absolutely see you, and I'm so sorry. I know how much it sucks. I know how much it hurts.
Yeah, thank you. That's very nice, thank you. Yeah, so clearly you've got a handle on some of this catharsis. I'm feeling it now.
I would love to talk to you about that. I would love to talk to you about in the writing process of this book, I really expected catharsis, and I didn't get it. I just got re-traumatized.
Really?
I just had to go back and look at it all again and revisit it all again.
Yeah.
And,
what was it like, the memories? Were there any
not great.
No, there weren't any
No,
memories from revisiting that book, like this being on the set of Star Trek or.
There were things that were amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There were moments that were wonderful. There were things that I remembered that were so fun and so joyful and so incredible.
Yeah.
And there were moments that were real hard. And there are sections that took days to get a couple of thousand words out. It took weeks to do this one particular thing that was really unbelievably hard. And then when it was all done and I'd finished writing it all, and I was like, all right, bring on the guitar. What? And there was nothing there. And I was disappointed. Sure. And I was concerned that I had done something wrong. Like, if I wasn't feeling it, was the reader going to feel it?
Sure.
But it had to get turned in, and I had to let go of it. So I trusted my agent, my manager, my editor, my beta readers, my friends. It all went out. Then I went into the studio to work on the audiobook.
Sure.
I got to work. The audiobook was directed by my friend and frequent co-collaborator, Gabrielle DeCure.
Okay.
Gabrielle and I have worked together on some outstanding books. We've been honored for our work together with a lot of different awards from industry associations and things like that.
Yeah.
And we have a shorthand, and we have a real positive relationship. She's a little bit older than me, not much, but has always been motherly toward me. And in the process of doing this, I told her on day one, this is going to be hard for me in places, and I'm going to trust you to let me know when I wander off the main path. And I'm just like, you know, when I'm to this or not enough that or whatever, and I'm just going to trust you. And I was like, I'm going to stay out of my head and just read the words.
Yep.
So that's what I did. And having that sense of trust, that sense of safety, and that sense of her really seeing me and giving me feedback as I was going through it.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of felt like days of intensive therapy.
Yes.
And,
no, that's the kind of catharsis I've felt, is like more so, felt like you said, just having to let it go and trust that it's no longer a part of it. Like, you don't what you get out of it doesn't necessarily have to be what makes it successful as a final result or a final product or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. That is in parallel with how I got my catharsis. That happened. That I'll address that in a second. The way I got this catharsis was in saying it, saying these things out loud.
Yeah.
There is a point in this book where I gave a speech to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, a nonprofit national organization here in America that provides low and no cost referrals and mental health services for anybody who needs them. You can find them at NAMI.org. Their services are there. They're like always available. They're fantastic. So I went to give a speech to their gathering in Ohio a number of years ago, and I talked about living with anxiety and depression. And in that, I said, I need to talk to my mom for a second. Your mom, you're going to read this, and you're going to be bummed out. You're going to blame yourself.
Sure.
And then I go on to sort of let my mom off the hook. That was part of my trauma expressing itself, because when I was a child, my mom had made me responsible for her feelings, and I couldn't tell the truth. And in Still Just a Geek, I told the truth.
Sure.
And I said in a footnote in that, I said, you know, like I was still holding back and I wasn't being honest with myself, and what I should have said and what I wish I had said, and if I could redo it all now, what I would say is like, Dad bullied me and you enabled it, and you made me apologize to him when he hit me, and you never listened to me, and you put all of this stuff in my hands and on my little 7-year-old shoulders, and that wasn't right.
No.
That wasn't okay. It affected the way my brain developed.
Sure.
And I just had a ton of trauma because of it. And I talk about that, and then I said, no, I'm in the middle of a speech here. I'm going to go back to this speech, but before I finish, before I do that, before I stop talking to you, I'm giving it all back.
Yeah.
Everything you ever put into my hands and on my shoulders, all of your dreams, everything you were unable to do yourself, all of the things that all those places you were unfulfilled because you married an asshole, like all of that stuff, I give it all back. I'm not responsible for any of it. It is not mine. It was never mine to carry. Yeah. You were wrong to put it on my shoulders, and I give it all back. I don't need it anymore. And that letting it go and that saying it, and a few other pieces in there, something happened physically in my body, and I suspect I'm learning about somatic healing, and I suspect that it might have something to do with that limbic part of my body hearing me say that, and having the limbic part of my body recognize you're not threatened, you're not dangerous, you're not in danger. I don't need any of that. I can let go of that vigilance that I've held on to for you all the time. And that is a big part of my healing therapy that I'm working on all the time. Is anyone who shares an experience like mine, we end up with very hyper-attuned, hyper-vigilant behavior where our fight, flight, freeze, and fawn responses are like way out of proportion to the way that we want them to be. And and I'm always trying to find if that's like a 4-axis thing. Yeah. I'm always trying to stay right in the middle of it, you know, just like keep those little hold the control stick and keep those things lined up, you know, so they stay right there.
Yes.
When I am able to talk about those things so that my limbic system knows I'm not a little boy anymore. Yeah. I'm 50 years old. I'm safe. I'm in my house. I'm playing video games. I'm okay. Yes. I don't need you to be there anymore. That was where I got my very real catharsis. I came home from work that day, and I came home just burst into tears when I walked into the house, and I was like, I feel so much better. I just I saw somebody in chat say something about like cleaning out a wound. That's a really interesting analogy, because as I did all that work in it, I felt like I was picking at a wound.
Sure,
you know, it's like, I keep picking at this scab and jabbing my finger in it, and then that was like, no, I'm going to wash it out. I'm going to bandage it all up.
Exactly. Now, we've got just a few more minutes with you. I'm loving talking to you, and we got just a few more minutes with you. And I would love, you provided us with a letter. And I would
do you want to do this?
I
I'm excited about this.
would love to hear the story of this letter.
Okay.
This is very exciting, everyone.
Okay. This has never been seen in public. This is a note that William Shatner wrote me at the behest of our boss, Gene Roddenberry. Let me tell you the story about this. In 1988, I put on my Star Trek uniform, my gray Star Trek uniform, made myself look as good as I could, and after weeks of building up the nerve to go meet William Shatner on the set of Star Trek V, I went into the set to meet him. And I was so excited to meet him. Are you kidding me? My childhood hero. And he was so mean to me. He was so mean, he was cruel, he was dismissive, he was insulting, he was humiliating. He was my dad. And he said, "What is that, your spacesuit?" And I was like, mortified, you know? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, "Well, I'd never let a kid come on my bridge." And I was like, I was crushed, right?
Yeah.
I went back to my set and was like real upset about it. Yeah. And my costumer was like, "What's wrong? What happened to you?" And I write this story in much greater detail, and I think it's funnier in Still Just a Geek. And in that, in it, I told her I don't want to say this out loud, because saying it out loud makes it real, which is exactly what I did need to do when I did the audio version of this book. An interesting closure of that particular circle. Yeah. And I said, well, he was a dick to me. And she was like, what? And this sets off a chain of events where over the next roughly half an hour, word goes around our entire set. Everybody knows that the 15-year-old went across the street to meet William Shatner, and Shatner was mean to him.
Yeah.
Everybody is telling me how they've got my back. Everybody is telling me, you know, like he's a dick, don't listen to him, all stuff. I get a call from Gene Roddenberry, who I can't imagine anyone watching this doesn't know, but Gene created Star Trek. And Gene is our boss. He is the boss of all of us in the movies and on TV, right?
Yeah.
And Gene says, I heard you had words with Bill Shatner today. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in all kinds of trouble, right? Because like, I didn't do anything wrong, but I was conditioned to believe that when an adult got mad at me, especially a male adult, it was my fault. That's what I had been conditioned to respond to my entire life.
Yes.
So I was like, yeah. And he was like, Will, Bill Shatner's an ass. And he's always been an ass. And I'm really proud to have you on my bridge. And you're a fine young actor, and don't forget that. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. The next day I came into work, and that note from Bill Shatner was in my dressing room.
What a beautiful public apology directly to you.
It's so sweet. It was so thoughtful. I know he wouldn't have written it if Gene hadn't made him, and that's okay. I've seen Bill a number of times since this happened. We're fine. You know, the reality of him is he's a cranky old man, and you just don't know if you're going to get the funny, self-effacing, sweet, hilarious dude, or you're going to get the cranky old guy who yells at a cloud. You just don't know who's going to show up, right? Yeah. So on that day, a really sweet, really nice person showed up. Parenthetically, what's very funny, about a week before my book came out,
yes,
the New York Post, which is just garbage. The New York Post is a garbage publication. ran this clickbaity article that tried to make Bill seem like a really bad dude, because this story's in my book. Someone had read it, and someone was like brings it up to Shatner, right? Like, what do you have to say about this thing that happened 30 years ago? And Shatner was like, I don't remember it. I don't think this actually happened. And even if it did happen, I already said I was sorry. Like, he just he was a jerk about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy, I have the receipts. Like, what are you talking about?
And we just
saw it. So I went in and did another interview after that, and I was like, I could drop the receipt and be like, haha, or I could just be the person I am, which is, and what I said was, you know, Bill's an old guy. This happened a really, really long time ago. It's a funny story now. It was very upsetting then, but it's a sweet, funny story now. I don't have any bad feelings towards him. Yeah. I'm really thrilled that he gave my book this little boost of like attention and stuff. That's terrific. Thanks. I really appreciate it. But I think this was clickbaity. I think that this was really kind of a crappy thing to do to him. We don't need to dredge it all up again.
Yeah.
But I have been waiting for 30 years to show that note to somebody.
Great!
Because it's so cool and so fun to have, and I'm just really excited that I kind of got to do it today.
Thank you for doing it on our show. Please tell everybody where to find your book.
To everybody who is watching, you can get my book everywhere books are sold, online, offline. If it matters to you, if it doesn't make a difference to you, I'd love for you to go to an indie publisher. I mean, I'd rather an indie bookshop, just because they always need our help, no matter what, all the time. Audible has my audio version of it that I am extraordinarily proud of. And if you would like to see me perform,
yes,
what is called the William effing Shatner story with my friends Paul and Storm, who are musicians, you can just search for Will Wheaton, Paul and Storm, William Shatner on YouTube. And there are numerous performances where we have done this live with music and all kinds of. It's really silly. It's super fun.
That sounds amazing.
It's a story that I love telling, and it'll give that note a little bit of extra.
Great. Everyone, go watch this show. Go to the show. And also, tell everybody where to find you on socials. Where's best to find you?
If you only want to remember one thing, it's willwheaton.net. You can find everything else you need there. I do not use Twitter, but I am on Facebook and Instagram, and my username in both places is It's Will Wheaton.
Perfect. Well, I had an absolute blast and got a little misty-eyed, and everyone in chat was showing so much love. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, chat. Thanks for being kind to me.
So much love. It was flooding.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it really means a lot that you came here today and showed us an exclusive, and you were lovely. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, it's such an incredible pleasure. Have fun doing your mystery. That sounds
Thank
awesome.
you. It's a Mad Lib.
That just sounds great.
Great.
Have a good time with that, and remember, be prepared for the unexpected guest.
Yes, exactly. Well, have a wonderful day, Will.
Thanks a lot. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was exciting. Okay, yes, this is good at stuff. We're gonna go get good at stuff. And this has been amazing. So yeah, we need you to do something for me though, because my brain is fried. I'm gonna need you to use the hashtag #IGotGood, because I wanna see you. I wanna celebrate your wins. We just heard about all this amazing stuff of learning to stick up for yourself and learning to self-reflect and have progress. Show us, please tag us at Crown, tag me. I want to celebrate your successes. I want to celebrate you. So please use that hashtag #IGotGood. We got giveaways. We're going to talk about those a little bit later. It's going to be great. And I want to say, I want to say a big thank you to the people over at Slinky. It is their 75th anniversary, and they have been so kind and generous. And we're going to be selecting 3 lucky people in chat at random to win their very own Slinky at the end of the show. It's very exciting. So, we are going to be doing, as Will said, a murder mystery Mad Lib extravaganza. Yes. So you are going to be helping us craft our story. But that is not yet, because in just a minute, we are going to be talking and crafting and hanging out with the incredible Bose. So don't go anywhere. We're going to hop to a quick break, and I'll see you over at the crafting table. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye. For now.
I'm going to role play as Ninja when we beat him.
Okay, that's kind of rude, man.
Mr. Beast, does he even know what gaming is?
I mean, he's an old, washed-up gamer, but I also have to try.
I don't think there's enough practice in the world for Jimmy to be good at League of Legends.
If I lose for the rest of the time, I'm going to be the guy who lost to Ninja.
This is going to be a freebie.
Yeah, just root for me because Ninja sucks. Put me laughing after I say that.
Homelander lost his mind.
What's this?
Makes you a soup for 24 hours. You're gonna need it.
The whole point of what we do is that no one should have that kind of power.
We're all we've got. It's up to us.
By the hero's end.
So I was watching Maisel on Prime Video.
You miss me?
I so want her life. Oh, or the board game. I wonder what other funny shows are. Yep, watching this.
What do you want, a fortune cookie? Like what?
Isn't he in? Yes, crazy.
Check this out.
Guys, I'm fine. I'm seriously fine.
You leave, you right?
Rainbow sprinkles in your hair.
When all the comedy is in one place, entertainment never ends.
Damn, Rachel.
See where it takes you. Prime Video.
Hello, welcome back. I'm your host, Gina DeVivo, and you're watching Good at Stuff. And now's my favorite part of the show, because we get to introduce to our in-studio guest she is a Twitch streamer, a former member of Smosh Games, and is crushing it as a true crime streamer. So please give the biggest, warmest welcome to the incredible Bose.
Hey, Gina.
Hey, how's it going? That was so casual.
So, I mean, duh.
Hey.
Dude, well, I'm in a casual mood because right before this, I had a Coke Zero, and I got up and I burped right into the microphone. I was like, I really hope that doesn't happen on set. And so that's my disclaimer. I drank an entire can of Coke, and I don't know what's possible.
Well, hey, if any sounds happen, we'll just say that they're part of a soundboard and that they weren't coming from you. It was just a phantom sound.
They're gonna be like, wow, that soundboard was really synced up with both.
You're an excellent lip singer.
Yes. Thank you for having me, Gina.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy to have you. We are going to be making Black Widow hats today. It's very exciting. And we picked this today because you're a true crime streamer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of murderesses that happen upon your stream.
Yeah, that didn't do it. You know, we might do, you know, I might like throw some situations out to you. We might have to do a little method acting to put our hats together.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I love method acting.
Yeah,
I've been talking in a transatlantic accent all day.
It's pretty good.
Thank you very much.
You guys hear that one all the time and you can identify it, but like nobody could do it. Like seriously, try to do it right now.
I try to sound like like I'm on a radio host.
Yeah, give them a couple examples. And
okay,
you
great.
at
I'm going to
home.
say some things from chat. I didn't realize there was a Twitch category for truly doing crime. I've missed my category.
Somebody said that?
Yes, I'm reading DeLovely in chat. Yes.
DeLovely, there wasn't. You just start doing it. But that's the beauty of Twitch, right? You can innovate anything. You can just start doing it, right?
You can just start doing your awesome things. So do it. And speaking of just doing it, we're going to throw off what you need for today's craft up on stream. This is our QR code. We've pre-set a Amazon list so that you can throw those into the cart. So all you're gonna need is a fascinator hat, a feather boa, some lace fabric trim, some artificial flowers, a small plastic spiders, because Black Widows, a black veil, a glue gun, and some rhinestones, because we're fancy.
Okay, yeah.
And that's all you're gonna need. But let's talk about safety.
Okay.
Because today involves, do you mind if I borrow this? Glue guns. Ah, see, it's all ready.
I was like, Gina,
glue
that's
guns.
a napkin.
We gotta do the safety dance. Are you ready? No facial expression. It's all in the shoulders. This is the safety dance. Glue guns are hot, y'all. Don't touch them. Don't put them near your fingies. Don't put them near your clothes. Don't put them near your face.
And don't eat the glue.
Don't eat the glue. It's bad for you. So that's our safety dance today. Careful with glue guns. They're hot.
Do you dance every show?
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, we should do like some safety crumping.
I don't know how to crump. Look at me.
I'm sorry, that's the funniest joke I've told off.
Do I look like a person that safety crumps?
I don't know, but you know what crumping is, right?
I do.
Because you remember it from that MTV Rise commercial like a very long time ago.
Oh, I also remember the Bring It On movie about crumping with Hayden Panettiere.
And like, I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but like I just remember watching the commercial. I was like, why are they moving so fast? And I've just always remembered what crumping was. Please tell me that's like a universal experience.
Of wanting to know what crumping is?
No, just noticing it and noticing they're moving very fast.
Yes. I have never expressed my own desires or passion through crumping.
I'm just thinking about them moving so fast right now. Sorry, we can keep going.
Just talking. I don't know. What does crumping look like? I know
I'm not going to do it, Gina.
No, okay. I tried, everybody. That was my one shot at maybe being taught how to crump, and it's just not going to happen because then it would live forever on the internet.
Yeah,
we don't want that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
Honestly, neither of us want that. Okay.
Neither of us want that. Now, we're going to get these rest of these items because I teased it. This isn't all of it. All of it's the rest of it is underneath our things. Let's grab it out. We've got glue guns. We've got rhinestones. We got all these things. This is all we're going to need. It's going to be fancy.
Look at those little spiders.
I know. There's so many spiders. Would you mind? We're going to open this. Oh, it just opens. Great. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
I thought I was going to have to rip it open, but we don't. But this is my favorite part. So remember how we kept talking about how you are going to help us craft a tale of murder and mystery. Oh, well, it's that time. So the detectives, they just got a call. There's a hot case in town. A body has been found belonging to one Augustus Clawfoot. Clawfoot. Now chat. Who was Augustus Clawfoot? Was he A, a reclusive billionaire, or B, did he pave paradise and put up a parking lot?
Yeah, you gotta sing it, because if I just read that, I don't know.
No, was he B, a paradise paving parking lot entrepreneur? It's a song joke because we're musical here sometimes.
Yeah.
I know, I just sang on camera.
I'm musical.
You are?
I do karaoke covers of Rage Against the Machine songs, that's about it.
Heck yes.
In public, Gina.
Heck yes. That is what I like to hear.
They never get better. I just keep doing them.
You've got about 6 seconds left. What was our entrepreneur doing? Oh, I think, we're going with real estate developer. We're putting up a parking lot.
I think we're about to put up a parking
He
lot.
destroyed paradise. B for the singing. Thank you very much. All right.
I thought it was rating us a B. I'm like,
no.
Yeah.
We're far too fabulous for that. A plus, maybe an S tier.
Nice.
We're S tiers here.
Nice.
So that's it. Our Augustus Clawfoot was a paradise paving parking lot entrepreneur. So stick around and we're gonna keep finding out how this story and case develops. But for now, let's start decorating some hats.
Yes!
Because there's a body that's been found and we gotta look the part for the funeral.
I've just been making these spiders smash.
You've been making them smash?
I don't know.
Perfect.
Okay,
well, let's grab our hats.
Dude, you're gonna have to teach. Okay,
I'm gonna walk you through it.
Yeah, I need a little assistance. Like, well, I mean,
first we're gonna start. We're just gonna start with our blank canvas. This is our beautiful hat.
Okay. Don't get too
get
crazy.
too attached.
Just kind of match. Can I just?
Yes, wear it. You look amazing. Look at that. Oh.
Okay. I didn't do it. Okay.
You didn't do it.
Right.
No, that's what we're figuring out today. We didn't do it.
Okay, Gina. How do you suggest that we start
with this?
Yeah.
Well, first, I think it's kind of a free for all, but I think I'm gonna start with some ribbon and feathers, which you're wearing right now. But you know what? I might just snip a little. Do you mind if I snip a little bit off?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You have scissors, right?
I do.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I think you have the scissors.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's over there. Oh wait, I found them.
You did.
The mystery is solved. I have gumption and scissors.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. All right.
Here's yours. And let me check mine. No.
That's okay. We'll
share. This is all about sharing.
Oh yeah. Do you want to go ahead and snip some of the?
I'm gonna snip. Oh, you took it off already. I almost went for your dress, and that would have been not great on my part. Just okay. I'm gonna snip some feathers off. Okay. I want to leave some because I want you to be able to wear it. I'm gonna take that.
Girl,
Go
I might
for
be
it.
wearing this out because y'all know I'm bougie sometimes. I'm gonna be up at the restaurant wearing this.
Well, speaking of bougie,
yeah,
you have a fashion aesthetic
obsession,
as it were, an obsession.
Yeah, basically.
Please tell me all about it. It's called what?
What? What?
Bargain luxury.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing.
Let's talk fashion.
Here's the thing, Gina. It started as budget luxury, but I'm bougie. And then I started buying more expensive stuff. However, the thing about it is, though, I've always loved a good deal. Where I was raised, my grandpa, every single, 5 days a week.
Explain that bag.
Oh, that bag?
That bag.
Actually, wait, we're going fast, but I'll explain that bag to you. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so... Well, we're really about to start off strong here.
Yes, please.
So, that's a $3,000 Bottega bag that I got for $2,100. Now, here's the thing. I can buy that bag.
That's a deal.
Well, I can buy that bag for $2,100.
Okay.
I can wear it for a couple of weeks or months, and then afterwards, I sell it back, and it usually goes back up to about $3,000 if it's in good condition.
Holy.
Right? So,
we got claps behind camera for that.
Yeah, but I mean, so that's what I do now. If I love to flip luxury stuff, but I basically. Instead of renting the runway, I rent my own runway and then sell it back later. And then sometimes there's certain pieces.
That's so smart.
Yeah, there's certain pieces that I feel like I just kind of have an eyes for. So, for example, with that bag, and there it is again in that photo. Let me explain just a little tiny thing
Please do.
about that. You notice the color of that bag?
Yeah.
How often do you see bags that color?
Never. It looks like AstroTurf, and I love it.
Highly, highly, highly pigmented. In order to get that color on fabric, it's incredibly difficult. But then to get it on that type of fabric is even more difficult. And then to get that woven leather pattern is insanely difficult, right? So to get that type of pigment sucked into leather and furry leather like that.
Leather?
Yeah, well, there's leather on the other side. Yeah, it's a woven leather, which is Bottega's signature style. They don't put labels on their stuff. You know how you see YSL and Chanel.
Lots of big letters.
Lots of big things on the label. Well, Bottega, the way that they label their things is with their signature stitching style.
Yes.
So when I saw that bag and I saw that pigmentation color and the quality of it, I just knew that it was, I knew that it was a very expensive bag. And so I ended up purchasing it before it was officially released by Bottega. It's a brand new line and it's worth that money and I'm gonna sell it back. So that's what I like to do. But
that's amazing.
I've been doing that for a very long time.
That means you basically get the thing that you got to use for months free.
Yeah, and I do that all the time. All the time. I do a lot of consignment shops, like just a couple days ago.
This is a consignment shop. This is my first time.
Don't you
Thank you.
Do you like consignment?
I love it. I'm a thrifty lady.
But see, that's how I got started. I've been in thrifting and consignment for over 20 years. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I've been doing it since I was very little.
Yeah.
This was like $20. This is a vintage silk, silk wrap dress from the 80s. It has shoulder pads in it still.
I love it. The button accent. The button accent's really nice.
I know. Blah, 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 blah. There it is. You can't see it on camera, but it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah. See, yeah, you guys are missing this because the thing about your dress.
Let's see.
Hold
Camera.
on. Let me see this.
Yeah. Check it out.
So interesting.
Right?
It's texturized, but it's not heavily texturized.
No, and it's breathable,
Let me see
baby.
this.
Check it out. Check me out. Oh, wait. That was a close-up of something.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't you.
I'm looking at that. So, like, you know, when I'm shopping for these types of clothes,
yeah. Look at that.
Even if you don't know what the brand is or you don't know what it's worth, you can look at the weight of the weight of the thread versus the weight of the fabric. And like, if you have a heavy fabric with like a thin kind of thread, that's a very expensive piece. Most likely it's hand sewn. Most likely they're sewn one by one. It's not like a cut and sew project. So I basically I just got like an eye for these material qualities, and then I buy them and then resell them. Yeah.
That's so smart.
It's fun though. That's what it is. It's fun. It's like gambling. And don't get me wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's an addictive quality to getting a deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna make us glue some stuff. I want to. This is also my other addiction. I'm kind of obsessed with glue guns. It's like thrifting and glue guns are kind of my deal. They're kind of everything about me. I joke about it all the time. I've burned myself so many times I don't even feel it anymore. Oh, are you taking off your bow?
No.
What are you doing?
Well, the lady that didn't do it, right, she doesn't care about her husband. So she would have borrowed this hat from someone. So it's not going to be in very good condition.
We already have a narrative. Oh my God.
Can I use the scissors?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go. My narrative is the bigger the better. I'm going for highfalutin.
So we're
highfalutin
I'm switching
lady.
a little from your bow to this.
I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna concentrate my floof on like one side. I'm going for an asymmetrical look. Oh, look at that. Yes. See, we got the veil, the mystery, and I think I'm gonna go on this side. I love this. You're just destroying it.
We're distressing it. Oh, I also used to make clothes.
Incredible.
That's how I got started.
That is why we're doing this craft today. Fashion. I knew the moment I unleashed you on a piece of clothing and accessory that you were gonna.
Yeah, you thought it was just true crime, baby.
No, I knew that you were multifaceted.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm just gonna start gluing.
Really? Yeah.
I'm gonna just let you. You know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, you glue. I'll distress a little bit.
Exactly.
Are you allowed to tell me about you, or is it all about me?
Yeah, we can just chat.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about video games.
Video games?
Do you play video games?
I mean, I'm 30, Gina.
You're 30?
Yeah. Like,
I'm also in my 30s.
Games, but like, you know, we're working. Hey, yeah, she borrowed this hat. She really borrowed this.
That's a hat that can talk.
Yeah, it does. I like where this is going.
Perfect.
What do you like to do?
Oh, me? I love to make things. I'm very grateful for this show for that reason. I make art in any way that I can. I like to hyperfixate on a lot of crafts. I love embroidery.
What else do you like to hyperfixate on?
What don't I? It's usually in the crafting field because I can spend like hundreds of dollars on items that then sit in my craft room for years, and then one day I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use clay for a week straight. Oh. And then I'll just go ham and I'll make things because I like decorating. I'm also a big like home decorator.
Really?
I love interior design so much.
Ooh, does it calm you?
Yes, absolutely. And I can spend hours looking at inspiration photos, and it brings me a lot of joy. That's my catharsis.
It's
I
relaxing
love
for you?
researching. It's so relaxing.
I love researching too.
Really?
I like, you know what I like to do? I like to look at travel destinations all the time and just like mentally
travel
plan.
vlogs. I watch them constantly so that I know if I go there, I will have way too much information in my brain. And won't feel, because I get big FOMO if I'm traveling.
Really?
Yeah. I worry that I'm gonna miss something. Like, there was a big festival or a flea market and I was there and I missed it. I have to like pre-research, and then once I'm there, I let it go. Like a script. Like you pre-research, you do all the work, and then you just let it go.
Oh, I don't know. I used to like, Well, I look up a lot of travel stuff, and I travel a lot. Like, I travel so much now. Like, even after we do this, I rented a car, and then I rented a shipping container on a farm with, like, some yaks and chickens.
What?
Yeah, it's like 3 hours away.
Please tell me everything about that.
Yeah, I'm about to go do that literally tomorrow. And then I'm going to go to this cave. It's called the Ape Caves in Seattle.
Caves?
Yeah, it's like a thing. This
so
like
you did a bunch of research. Ooh.
This looks like my Scene Kid bang from like 2010.
It's very MySpace. I'm gonna move my juice box out of the way. So I'm just doing a little swirl. I'm having a lot of fun with this tool. I'm kind of just going ham. So I love animals so much. We do a segment on this channel a lot where it's please show me your animals. Tell me about them. Oh my gosh. What's happening?
Just getting into character. This is somebody else's hat.
What's this character? Tell me about your character.
Somebody else's hat. They got the kid. She doesn't care about her husband. She just borrowed the hat so that she looks sad. So a little apple juice there. Look at that distress we got going here.
Oh my God, I love it.
Wait, can you guys see that distress?
Yeah, look at that. We got it right there on the gimbal.
You know, we're talking in the hat, but I don't know if you can see like how the top is kind of, just
you can tell.
Just getting a little raggedy. Okay.
Check it out to that camera.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I just almost did something bad on camera, but that's fine. I stopped myself.
There's a little juice on the hat. Okay.
I can't believe that. That's pretty incredible.
Dude.
Okay, so since you're getting into character, let's do another poll because we've got more things to discover in this mystery. So we already know who Augustus Clawfoot was. But where did we find his body, chat? Was he A, found in a public library, or B, at a live art auction?
I want so badly to play along, but I don't want to sway the vote because I know once
You're
I say
welcome
something,
to sway the vote. I don't mind.
Y'all will.
Either way. Clawfoot. Oh, we've got Big Boss Bose is doing great with the craft. Just some lovely compliments for you.
Thank you.
Wanted to shower.
Thank you so much.
People are very
watching
nice.
me.
Everyone is watching you.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but we're live on Twitch.
No. That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Ooh, I'm having a time. I went a little ham.
Dude, I went for Madeline vibes.
Oh. Okay, live art auction 1, which makes sense. He's filthy rich.
Oh.
He's an entrepreneur. So he's got money.
Y'all are building this story, and then I'm gonna have to explain it later.
We already know that clearly you have juice all over your hat. You got kids.
Yeah.
This widow has stolen a hat. There was clearly a tussle. And
what, a tussle?
Well, the hat is in tatters.
Well,
so there was a tussle, right?
The concept is that she has possibly done the thing,
The thing that we definitely didn't do and aren't talking about.
Right, and now she's got to go to her husband's wedding, but she doesn't really care, So she's just like hitting up her friend and it's like, yo, can I borrow that black hat that you had before? So this is the hat. It's beat up. It's been in her homie's closet for a little bit.
That's lovely. I didn't realize it was a friend.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be, This is looking nice.
Thank you.
Sorry, I sounded so surprised.
No.
I'm sorry. It's not personal. It's just me like.
No, I'm not taking offense. May I borrow this?
Yep.
I'm out of glue.
Dude, what if I had said no?
Then I would have accepted it.
Low key would have been kind of funny, but rude. But rude.
Thank
Which we
you.
are not.
Okay, so let's talk about true crime.
Yeah.
Were you always into true crime? Because I've dabbled in true crime. I'm a wuss. I'm a big baby, and I like dipping my toe into true crime. And if it's too much, I hop right back out.
So yeah, okay. So how did I get into it?
Yeah,
This is actually kind of like a dumb story. My best friend and I, when we were like, I'd always kind of been into it, but we were like, I don't know, 18, 20, something like that.
Sure.
And we had a really bad night. Something,
oh no.
Some guys or something, like, maybe they didn't like us or something. We're like, and then we ordered some pizza, and the pizza was bad, and it was just a bad night. And then I think we got in an argument or something.
Oh no.
And then we sat down in front of the TV, and this show was on called, like, Deadly Women. And it was like...
Oh, yes, and, like, Snapped and stuff. Yes, and I remember Deadly Women.
Dude, we sat down, and then suddenly we had been watching it for, like, 6 hours and it was 4 a.m. And what I realized about that moment is no matter how bad I was feeling in that moment, it just completely distracted me and took away so much anxiety. Because sometimes when you're listening to these true crime stories, you feel fear for the other person. And
extreme.
I think a lot of women are into true crime because we are highly empathetic, and then that empathy covers up the anxiety that we're feeling in our own lives, and it's just kind of like projecting it all onto another thing. And so I guess it was just kind of like an anxiety release for a while, but then after being interested in it for, 12 years, I just found that there's a lot to learn.
Yes.
Yeah, there really is.
I definitely, not just for like fun educational goofs, but I really used to watch it for like to teach myself on like what not to do and like how to like, make sure to call and text your locations in cars and all of that beautiful, lovely,
unfortunate
fun stuff.
things that we have to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, Jeannie, could you pass the scissors?
Yes, I can. We're just sharing things today because guess what I did?
What?
I'm gonna reveal some behind the scene things. I brought my glue gun from home. This is my trusty glue gun right here.
Oh.
But I forgot to bring the small glue guns, the glue sticks.
The tiny glue.
So we only have the chunky ones, but that's okay.
That's okay.
So we're gonna share. We're gonna share that glue gun, and we're gonna share the scissors.
It just makes us closer, honestly.
It does. We're in this together.
Now we are.
Yeah. I wanna do a quick tour of what I've got going on.
Yeah, yours is...
I've got feathers and floof. I wanted that asymmetry and I got it. I'm gonna try it on, see how it's laying. Oh my gosh. I'm going to a funeral derby.
Oh, a funeral derby?
Yes, do you know the derby? Like the horse race? That lasts like exactly 30 seconds.
Yeah, what's a funeral derby? I'm just imagining people being carried out on horses, but like they're moving real fast, Gina.
It's a real fast funeral. Last 30 seconds.
On a racetrack. What's a funeral derby?
There isn't one. I made it up.
Oh, okay. So I mean, technically my answer could have been right.
It could. I think you are right. We're making the rules today.
We are.
We're deciding how it goes.
And you know what else? We're making the rules tomorrow too, Gina.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
See, that's my positivity coming through.
I love it.
Yeah.
How's it going? Talk me through your process because I'm loving this.
Oh, it's already gone. We're back to negativity now.
We're back to negativity?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Do you feel like you're a pretty positive person, Gina?
I do.
How would you rate on a, give me like percentages out of 100, your positivity and negativity?
Okay, well, see, here's my thing. Since we've been talking about mental health all day today, Will inspired me, and I know we're going to talk about that a ton today.
Oh, yeah. Can't stop, won't stop, baby.
Can't stop, won't stop. It's good for us. Catharsis. We got to get it out. So I have struggled with depression and anxiety and all of that fun cocktail that we've been talking about, PTSD and all that good stuff.
Oh, and you have PTSD too?
So
it ain't just for veterans, baby. Out here.
So I'm a very sensitive person. I feel a lot of things, and so I can sometimes get stuck in negativity and spiral. I call it hamster wheeling, when you get stuck in your brain and that little hamster is just kind of going whoop, 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 and you're spinning. But I am a very positive person. I like being positive. I like bringing positivity into the world. And I think as a kid, I wore my positivity a little bit, my optimism as a shield for myself. To remind myself, I built a bubble of happiness as a shield, but also as a way to remind myself when bad things seep through that I am surrounded by a wonderful community. I have a loving family. I have very good friends and families and opportunities. And I present, I like wearing my personality outwardly because I'm actually quite introverted, but I like wearing it on the outside to remind me that I am good and happy and that that I want to be a person that is genuine and honest and authentic, but is also constantly working on themselves and striving for that. So I would say internally it goes either way for percentage. I'd say 50-50 that teeter is
That's
there.
a good answer. Depends on the, well, you're hopeful, you
yes,
know?
I'm hopeful.
And
that's the thing.
Well, one thing I've learned pretty recently that I think is interesting is like a lot of people think hope is an emotion. It's not an emotion. No. Hope is a skill.
It's a skill.
And hope can be built on, and you can apply hope to any situation in your life once you have that skill, right?
Absolutely.
And it just keeps building. It doesn't really go away, which is so weird because like no matter how bad of a pit I get into, I can use that to pull myself out of it. But it does take time, right?
Absolutely.
It does.
Oh, it's not a perfect system. It is a constant reminder to myself to be self-reflecting and striving towards a more complete and full and me that I want to be in the future.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, I've been, lately what I've been doing, so like, I'm kind of on a streaming hiatus.
Yeah.
I know some of my community is in here and y'all are
Yay,
mad
community.
at me right now. They're mad at me, Gina, because I'm on a little streaming hiatus. And they're like, Bose, come back. Listen, I'm here right now.
She's here right there.
Yes, but what I've been doing actually is I talk a lot about trauma, narcissistic abuse, manipulation, how to spot that in your social life, and kind of where I'm at right now is I've been doing this for a while. Yeah. And I feel like I'm repeating myself. You know, content creators, as they feel like they're repeating
You need a moment
themselves.
to refresh.
So I'm basically taking like a month or two off to just go out into the world and learn more things. What I've been studying a lot right now is emotional.
We are not mad. Take your break, girl.
Thank you. But what I've been studying recently is emotional granularity. Do you know what that is?
I do not.
It's basically, it's like your range of emotions, right? Most people in their day-to-day, for some reason, they like to fit all of their emotions into happy, sad, or angry. Like, think about it.
There's a lot more.
There's over 80 emotions.
Yeah.
And we universally all feel that, right? So emotional granularity is expanding your emotional vocabulary so that you can understand what you're feeling and so that those around you can understand it better too. And that's really kind of what I'm studying right now and doing a couple of other things like another interesting thing.
Wait. Don't tell us about those other things.
Oh, okay.
We're going to tease.
Oh, okay.
Because
I got a good one for you though.
Oh no, this is what I'm saying. Bose is going to tell us the next thing after this break, because if you're just joining us, we're going to keep making hats.
Oh, yes,
and
we
we're
are.
going to hop to a break because we're going to keep doing it, and then we're going to hear about the rest of this story because I want to know, and I want to leave it on a cliffhanger, everybody.
Love that.
So, we'll be right back.
I am the myth. I am the glory you seek. I am the island. And the island is me. I am the rage, the destruction. I am Eternum. And Eternum is me.
I'm gonna role play as Ninja when we beat him.
Okay. That's kind of rude, man.
Hello Hello, welcome back. We are crafting with the one and only and very lovely and so funny, and I'm having a blast. This is Bose.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been great.
That was a very genuine yes.
Yes.
Yes, Gina, yes.
This is good at stuff, and we're getting good at making hats right here.
Yeah, we are.
And we're just crafting and having a good time and crafting a story with everyone in chat.
Except
and now you got to tell me the thing that we hinted.
Yeah, but as the artist, I have to tell you that I the way I glued this, if I had put this on the inside, it would have looked so much better. And I know you know. You guys take a look. I know you know.
We got some little spider. No, because it looks like spider webs now. All the glue gun marks. There's a little spider web.
No, it looks like you guys gave a baby a glue gun. But what I'm saying is I glued this on the outside when I should have put it a little on the inside so that, you know.
I'm not going to judge it. This hat's been through a lot. This hat has a hole. You think anyone's going to care where the trim is laid?
This hat looks like... I just keep building stuff on.
No.
Okay, so the thing I was going to tell you about is...
We're back.
Okay. I learned this pretty recently. I thought it was very cool. The difference between happiness and joy.
Ooh.
Do you feel like there's a big difference?
I love those. Yes, there's huge difference between happiness and joy.
Tell me where you think the difference. Do you want to tell me what you think the difference is? Or
I just think happy is such a surface level emotion. There are so many emotions within happiness, and joy is one of them. Joy is a much more specific emotion to strive for, and joy is like that. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's all it is. There's always. Like happy and mad and things like that are reactionary emotions. And they're secondary emotions.
Right.
What is under the thing that is making you happy?
That's so interesting too, because one thing that I found in a lot of like my work is that whenever I got mad, there was always a reason to dig deeper, right? Because anger is usually covering something else up. It's covering up fear, it's covering up anxiety, it's covering up vulnerability, just like a lot of different things, right? So I'm gonna just take this off.
Take it off. You're taking it off?
Yeah, I am.
You can always cover it up with feathers too.
I was
Remember,
gonna say,
we got more material.
You know what? It's gonna add to the.
Here's my favorite thing that I also love to say. Delete your art.
Yeah.
It is okay to start again and to not be afraid to do it over.
I like that, sister.
Yes. Delete your art.
Okay, so
I feel like Morticia Addams right now, except there's a wire in my way, so it can't be smooth and as beautiful and elegant as her.
I don't know.
But I am living out my dreams right now.
You're so good at this.
Thank you. I do it professionally. I hope so.
Yeah, you are. Ooh, can I steal the?
Yes, please. You're all.
Gina, could you pass the scissors?
Yeah, there you go. This is perfect. Okay, we've got these little red flowers. And I'm gonna start arranging them on my hat.
How do
I want them near the front. I want like, these flowers are usually at funerals. And so I thought they'd be nice in this like lovely blood red. So I was gonna put them like arranged here in this hat. Do we like this, chat? And while we're talking to chat, let's continue our murder mystery. So we already know the who and the where, but now, with what? What was the murder weapon that was found with Augustus Clawfoot's body? Was it A, a roller skate, B, a fondue pot, C, a falling piano, or D, a pickle jar? You've got 30 seconds. Fill in that Mad Lib.
God, I always want to shout out what I think it was, but I don't want to sway the trap. That's
I think have someone vote for you in chat.
Oh, like a representative?
Yeah, a representative.
Celebrity shot. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Exactly. Which one are you voting for?
It's funny I said that. I didn't even go to college. Well, I did for like a second, but you know.
I also went to college for a second.
And then we were like,
not for me.
But if it is for you, go to college, right?
Yeah.
If you honestly, if you can bear it, like just a little bit, like just go. Like, could you like not bear it at all? Yeah.
I don't regret the few months I went. I went to 2 different community colleges, and I enjoyed my time there.
Nice little.
But I knew that I didn't have an end goal, and that wasn't a good reason to pay for a very expensive education. I didn't have a thing. I just wanted to do art, and I could do that at home.
I love that. Also,
pickle jar won.
I was gonna yell pickle jar. I wanted. What were the other options? I was either gonna yell fondue pot or pickle jar for sure.
Love it. Thank you. So the murder weapon was the pickle jar, and this is what we've got going on. I love the pops of red. I just want to keep adding flowers to this front bit. I like it. Yeah, it's beautiful. So, tell me about your community.
My community?
Yes. I want to know about your true crime community because you've talked about how not doing crime alone. Tell me about that.
Don't do crime at all.
Don't watch. I guess I should say don't watch crime. Don't do crime,
right,
everybody.
Yeah, so I've been watching true crime for a very, very long time.
Yes.
And also, I just want to say here, I've changed course. I've decided to just make an ugly hat because women that kill their husbands are like, they're ugly and they have bad taste. Well, they're not ugly. They wear ugly hats. Excuse me. Actually, no, they're bad people, so I don't take it back. So my community,
yes.
They are literally the sweetest people ever.
Yeah.
I've been doing live shows lately, and so it's very cool to actually see them in person. Like, imagine being able to see what all of your followers like look like, and you're like, oh, this is my demographic. Great.
Wow,
because,
that's so interesting.
Yeah, I don't do all the, I was in marketing for a long time, but I don't do all the research of like, who's this demographic? Who are we serving? What's the age range? I just do what's fun for me, and then they come and like hang out and chill, right? But I don't know, what are the kids doing? Let me think.
What are the kids doing?
Yeah, what about them?
What's it been like being at conventions, meeting your community? I mean, I'm sure, you worked at Smosh, so I'm sure you probably got recognized quite a bit at conventions. What's that been like, switching genres?
I don't know. It's actually an interesting question.
Thank you.
How is it meeting them? I meet a lot of people now. It's really cool. I feel like it's a little surreal, and also I feel like people don't realize that I'm much more anxious than they think. Like they think they're meeting me, but I'm meeting them.
It's a mutual exchange of this is the first time.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, I mean, it's just really interesting. They're all really interesting people, and I've been, like I said, watching true crime and just doing different things for like years and years and years. And as I've gotten older, I don't know if this is the same for you, but Gina, have you gotten more anxious as you've gotten older?
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I can't watch all the crazy crime stuff as much as I used to. So I don't really watch it by myself. And so when I started streaming on, the crime stuff on Twitch, like, it's me and my community all watching it together.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot less scary, especially like when I was living alone, watching true crime late at night. I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't want all this.
It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I imagine I suffer from nightmares.
No nightmares.
No nightmares.
No, I just wake up once every 90 minutes, which is worse than a nightmare.
That's way worse. I love sleep. Don't do that.
It's just, I don't know, it's just what my body does.
So clearly it's taken a little bit of a toll.
No, I think that's always been there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the true crime?
No, I don't think so. I got a security system and a big dog now, so.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you've talked a lot about using, like, true crime as a way to, like, explore self-reflection.
Oh, yeah.
And mental health, and that trauma can lead to violent outbursts and the like?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Like, somebody sent me this documentary the other day, okay?
Okay.
And they were like, it was can I say murder? Like, can I?
Yeah, this is a murder mystery day.
Okay. I'm just, check.
No, please.
Check.
Yes, thank you.
But, somebody sent me this doc, and they were like, this is a documentary about a guy that like killed his wife while he was sleepwalking. And I was like, that's BS. That's a lie. There is no possible way, because what I find is, for the most part, violent crimes are either a snap of a trigger of someone that doesn't have emotional control, and they default to anger. And when you hit anger, unless it comes to a resolution or you separate from the person that's flooding, it can rise to violence if that's in their background, if that's in their code, right?
Sure.
Like, anger doesn't rise to violence if you have no violent history, but if you have a little of a violent history, you can go from anger to violence. You can. And so I like, that's why I talk so much about emotional regulation, understanding your triggers, all of that. So when I'm watching this thing about this dude sleepwalking, I'm like, you did not take a couple of Ambien and then accidentally do this. Like, come on, let's be real. I've never seen that before, ever. It's usually a trigger, or it's revenge, and revenge is prompted by a trigger. I mean, it's all very personal. And people also need to understand their interpersonal relationships, but that's pretty complicated. I won't go there.
That's all right.
How do I make this uglier?
How? I mean, we've got rhinestones and tons of spiders.
Oh yeah, this is...
You want to add some spiders to our Black Widow hats?
Yeah, I think that might be the move, dude.
Good.
Gina, can I borrow the scissors?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
I'm gonna start doing rhinestones.
Okay.
I'm a fancy lady.
Dude, you're gonna punch me in the face.
What? Why? I love it.
No, you don't.
I love it so much. It's gorgeous.
I tried at first, and then I just decided.
Look at it. Look at it.
Wait, I don't know if you can see it.
Zoom in. It's got freckles.
Okay. It's just
look at those sparkly freckles.
You see these little drops up top. They're so uneven. It's pretty funny. There's glue everywhere. I'm a giant baby.
Hey, that's all right.
Aren't we all though?
Yes. I want to throw to another poll because we just learned the murder weapon. But who did it? Let's check out.
Oh, I know who it was.
The likely suspects. Is it A, Old Man McGibbis? B, a group of teenagers who claim to solve mysteries? Is it C, a rival billionaire who may or may not be a duck? Or is it D, Steve?
Did you say a rival billionaire that may or may not be a duck?
Correct. I cannot say their name on chat because it's a fancy. Have you ever seen DuckTales? Woo! That was me. No. You know what I'm talking about?
What is that?
Chat, please tell me that you know what I'm talking about. You don't know DuckTales?
Oh, I didn't watch DuckTales.
Ah, DuckTales was a staple in my house, and he is a billionaire, and he is a duck.
Oh man, I didn't watch a lot of TV. I wish
I
did. Yeah.
What do you watch? I mean, clearly
I don't watch anything. Bro.
You don't watch anything? Well, you have to watch true crime. Do you watch any?
I do a little more research now because what I learned after a while is the shows are heavily dramatized and just not. They leave out a lot of information sometimes to make a hero and a villain. When a lot of times in a murder story, there's not always a hero and a villain and a victim and a killer. You know what I mean?
Sure. Wow, that's fascinating. Never really thought about that, but yeah,
Do you hate it?
No.
Okay.
Are you kidding? This is my favorite thing about your hat.
Thank you.
There was a long time at conventions where people would pin those adorable little sprouts at the top of their heads, and I thought it was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. And I bought so many. How did you glue this tiny little boy? You're good at that. Oh, I nailed it.
Oh, you did.
I did it.
Gina, I don't know
also,
if you noticed, but
I need you to know who our #1 suspect is.
Oh, please tell me is it the duck? No.
It wasn't the duck.
Steve.
It was Steve!
I was gonna pick Steve. I'm glad y'all are on the same page as me. I'm always going to shout out what I think over there.
I'm glad that the chat is going in the direction of what you are hoping.
Art expert. Okay,
yes,
do you think art apprentice?
Art, that's me, yeah.
Do you think I need to add more glue to make this stay? Because it's kind of,
No, you just needed to wait.
Okay.
When you do a big glue, like a big hot glue, it stays warm longer, kind of like if you do a little bowl of soup.
Yeah.
So you just gotta wait a little. And you can also use things to like help prop it up. Like if you wanna have a little spider or something, well that one's probably too big.
Okay.
But here, let's see. Like if you wanna have a little flower, sometimes at the bottom it can help prop it up, like as a support system.
Oh, it's hardening. It's hardening.
It's hardening, but you should be good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep gluing down these things.
I knew you would know.
Yeah, I like to know things.
This
about
looks like
crafts.
something my grandpa would have found at the thrift store in '96.
Yes, I particularly love that. I love that you're just posing. It looks beautiful.
I'm very animated. I'm the
you
most
very much are
animated person ever. Like, well, not the most. We've been in LA for a long time. You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you live there too. Do you want to hang out?
Yes. No hesitation. Yes, I would love that.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to hang out after this, but you said that you have to go back, so.
I do. I go straight back to the airport, everybody.
And I have to go to a shipping container.
I'm so excited for your adventure. You said there's goats there?
Goats, yaks. There's like these little chickens and stuff, and it's just, I don't know. It looks.
It's gonna be awesome.
I hope so. I like to just. Do you ever just do things like that?
Yes.
Like
not lately,
stuff?
but
What's something random like that you've done?
I've taken a 15-hour solo road trip before.
I
booked a plane ticket, and then I realized that I wasn't allowed to rent a car once I got there because I wasn't old enough. So I canceled my trip and then went, well, screw it. I got a car, and I'm crafty.
Yeah.
So I took myself on the road, and it was the best thing I've ever done because A, I had to be quite alone with myself and my thoughts for a very, long time, and it healed me.
Yeah.
Because, at first, I got tons of spider webs. Look at all that. At first, ooh, gross.
And that's interesting too, because quite often we don't want to be alone with our thoughts.
No, it's
the
really
majority
difficult.
of the time. But when you are ready and you feel the want to be alone with your thoughts, you have to take it. You have to take it, and you're
It was a challenge to myself.
Yeah.
Of can I keep the radio off and be alone for hours with myself? And it was hard. And sometimes I would have to just scream songs to get out of my head. But eventually, I could go hours. I still can go hours with the radio off in my car, and it's like a really nice time to be alone and figure out what my brain is needing to think about and have a moment to process and let go of stuff. And it helps me realize my true feelings too, because I can kind of get lost sometimes in chatter of other people.
But that's that's a good thing in moderation. So
absolutely,
I'm like a weirdo. I'm like somebody that doesn't really watch TV at all, and I don't really listen to stuff. I don't listen to fiction or anything like that. I don't watch movies, long adventure movies and stuff like that. I can't do any of that. I never listen to music while I'm working. I'm always in silence basically.
Sure.
But my boyfriend, he is constantly listening to music. All the time. Either podcast or music or something. And I'm like, why are you doing this? This is awful. Change the song. And he'll listen to the same song a lot too.
I can listen to the same song over and over and over again.
It took me some time to realize that he was drowning out anxiety so that he can work and move forward.
Absolutely.
Whereas I would sit there sometimes in silence and try to work, and then I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get anything done because I had so many thoughts. So sometimes I've learned I have to just throw on a playlist, throw on a YouTube video, and just listen. And I
what do you like to put on when you do that? How do you decompress?
Court TV.
Court TV? Is that where you get all your inspiration for your shows?
Oh, I love Court TV. I just think it's interesting.
What, George Judy? What are we talking?
George Judy?
George Judy.
I hope George Judy's doing okay.
The George Judy.
Girl, Vinnie Politan on Court TV. That's the boy. He was a former prosecutor. He's the man, the myth, the legend himself. He's the best. He's the lead anchor on Court TV. I'm a big Vinnie Politan fan. Please, nobody send him this clip.
Please, everyone send him this clip.
We love Vinny on my channel. He's always got some great takes, great opinions, and whenever Vinny's got something to say on a case, I gotta listen up. And you know what? Sometimes Vinny and I don't agree, and that's okay. That's okay. All too often, I feel like with content creators, the minute that somebody the person doesn't agree with something the content creator says, they're like, I hate this person.
I'm done. I can't anymore.
No. I have to tell you my theory on that.
I would love to know your theory.
Okay, so there's this thing. There's this thing that children do when they're younger, okay? And it's idealizing their parents. It's a defense mechanism when you have a shitty parent so that you want to feel safe, so you ignore all the bad things that your parents do, and you just say, no, my dad is the best. My mom is the best. Well, that tendency to idealize can shift into devaluing. And it's when all of a sudden they shift from, oh my God, this is the best person ever, to this is the worst person ever, ever. And both of these are defense mechanisms to keep the person from hurting. On one hand, they idealize so that they can feel safe and feel love and this is great and I'm happy. But then they devalue so that they don't feel hurt by the perceived abandonment of this thing changing, right?
Wow.
And so when the content creator has an opinion that's different than their own, they think, you're not who I thought you were. You're leaving. You're abandoning me. And it kind of triggers that idealized and that devaluing process. And then they devalue and go all the way down to zero on the creator. And you don't even realize it. And so what I always implore people to do is to have a three-dimensional view of the creators you consume, the people that you meet, the situations that you come into, and think critically about it. Don't just idealize it and then hate it. Like,
sure.
Embrace what it really, truly, genuinely is. And in order to do that, we have to be vulnerable because we have to allow ourselves the ability to be disappointed. And sometimes we're so afraid of disappointment because it hurts, right?
It does hurt.
It hurts.
It hurts to be. I struggle a lot with specifically being okay, being uncomfortable.
Yep.
And that stems a lot in my like ability to have meaningful confrontation and asserting my own opinions into sort of heated or conversations I perceive as heated.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to just conversations where someone disagrees with me. It has been a huge struggle and something I love working on.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have 6.
Oh, okay. So did you learn conflict resolution from a young age? No?
No, I'm part of that lovely group called Fawn and Freeze, baby!
Okay, so yeah,
I just learned, my siblings love to, they got really good at joking around with each other and like ribbing each other and I guess not making fun of, but like being able to joke about other people, at other people's expense sometimes, because they're siblings. And they learned very quickly that Gina can't do that.
Oh.
So they very lovingly don't do that to me. But everyone else sort of learned it very quickly.
But,
you know?
And then you don't get to experience that conflict, and you're so afraid of it, and then you never really learn conflict resolution.
No, I'm learning it now as an adult.
Me too.
Yeah.
All of my friends were computers.
Love it. Yeah, Sims was my friends.
Yes.
I'd make myself in Sims and then go off into the world. See, I did love video games. I think my sister might be in chat. If you see Stitchy Baby 22, that's my sister. I love her dearly.
Hi, sister.
Hi. I think some of my family's in there. If they're in there, hi, family.
Oh my God, they watch. That's so sweet.
Yeah, they do.
I think my mom's watching too. Yeah.
Hi, Bose's mom.
Hey.
Look at my little spider family. I built them a nest.
Dude,
and I want to keep some of this, what's it called? Hot glue gun spider webs. I'm kind of adding them as if they live there. Look at that. See? It's spooky. Oh, that's a good thing. I wanna add more.
Oh, are you doing a spider garden?
I am. Are you doing a spider garden? Oh, we're both doing a spider garden. Yes.
I told you I was just gonna make this hat look like, you know, I don't know, somebody pooped on the table.
It looks great.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you for the positivity.
It looks like you left this hat out in the garden. And, oh, there's my mom and my dad and my sister. Look at them all.
Dude, the way you said it, I thought they were walking in the door right now.
There they are.
Here they
Welcome, special guests, my family.
That's funny. That's super funny.
I'm going to add my veil now because we need to cry in private. And while we do that, we're going to go to another poll because we know who the prime suspect is. But why did they do? It's not me. It's not me. It's Steve. We need to know why they did it. What was their motive? Was it A, passion, or was it B, greed? Gotta get that money. Greed with many E's.
Do you have any role models that you look up to? Like industry, like female role models or something like that?
That's so interesting.
I mean, I guess it could be a dude too.
It's interesting. I have a recent one.
Who?
And it's actually one of the people I'm named after. So Gina Davis is a big role model for me. I loved her movies, and I'm named after her. One of the people I'm named after. I was also named after someone on Sesame Street. But Gina Davis, recently, I watched a documentary that she produced about the statistics of female movies and TV shows, and that people perceive that it is equal within the industry, and obviously the disproportionate numbers that it is mostly white male men that dominate industry on television and behind the scenes, and she sort of put money and made this huge study to prove how wrong that perceived idea is. That it was equal, that there was anywhere close to being equal within the industry, which was sort of unheard of at the time, to spend a lot of money on a study that no one seemed to care about, except obviously the people that were trying to work.
Yeah.
Within
Gina was
this.
like, y'all need to listen.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty awesome. And her talking about, you know, how she believed that Thelma and Louise was going to be, you know, the crime movie. That's really amazing, which I consider it more of like a little bit of a Western. That's just my idea.
I think it's a little Western.
A little Western.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And also, so I really loved hearing her take on Thelma and Louise and how it sort of became, it was believed to be this like moment breaker of finally shifting the status quo, that female-led films were successful, and she was wrong. And what that kind of did to her. It was very interesting. And also, everyone, passion won. So this was a crime of passion. The motive. Steve was in love with Augustus Clawfoot, it would seem.
Man, maybe, do you think he wanted his money, or you think he was like legit in love?
Who knows? Passion can be a lot of things.
You know, those clawfoots.
Those clawfoots. They're gorgeous.
You better watch out for them clawfoot boys. Sorry, she's never bringing me back.
I will. We're gonna hang out. We live in the same place.
Yes, we are.
Okay, now I'm gonna add my veil. I'm committing. Should I add? Wait. Everyone, I'm gonna put this hat on, and I'm gonna secure this flower a little bit more because it's flooping around. Make sure you're staying. There we go. Okay, help me decide which veil. Are you ready, Bose? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna test it.
Oh my God, not. Oh my God, you're like really good at this.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ,
Okay.
I'm gonna throw up and punch myself in the face.
Birdcage veil.
Okay.
Check that out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Or it's like nice, fluffy.
Ooh, nice little thin.
Fluffy veil.
I like the thinness of that one, but I don't like the fluffy.
Ooh.
I think we go for the fish.
Go for the birdcage?
Yeah.
Let's put this on the back then.
Oh, into
like
that.
a little veil.
Into
in
that.
The back.
Yeah, little back veil.
Okay, great. Thank you for helping me.
You know what they say about back veils?
What do they say about back veils?
It means you're getting married next.
It's a derby and a funeral and a wedding. Okay.
The blue.
We're doing all this fun stuff. How's it coming? I'm gonna check in with you.
Me?
Yeah.
You don't want to come over here.
I absolutely do.
You don't want
Please
this.
show it off to the camera.
You want me to put it on?
Yes.
There's blue
Yes, I
everywhere.
do.
Okay.
Let's see this hat. Let's see our final results, as it were.
Oh, I should take my hat off, but we can't take it off
It's
yet.
hats on hats on hats. Oh my gosh. Wait, dip down a little. We got to see the top. You got to grow. There it is.
That's it. Dude, I'm a weed.
See,
I'm a
I was
plant.
nervous at first. I was definitely lying, and I'm not lying anymore. I love it.
Oh.
I do love it.
Why?
Because the flower on top did it for me.
Okay.
It looks like you're poison ivy. You're like literally growing these vines. You don't look into it.
Thank you.
Are you happy with it?
I'm gonna keep adding leaves.
Do it. We've got time.
Yeah.
So don't go anywhere. We're gonna check back in. We've got a murder mystery story to solve, and we're gonna keep working on this. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna keep chatting and crafting. We'll be right back, everybody.
Homelander lost his mind.
What's this?
Makes you a soup for 24 hours. You're gonna need it.
The whole point of what we do is that no one should have that kind of power.
We're all we've got. It's up to us.
By the hero's end.
Once upon a time, 2 plane crashes were staged. All of the victims were dosed and stranded on 2 islands. 8 on one, 8 on the other. Though that number was subject to change.
This is a new age.
Have you noticed any new vibes between some of the people here?
We all started wanting to be things. We wanted to be men. But the truth is, some of us were becoming monsters.
We're not alone here.
We couldn't see them. We could hear them.
There is no question they imploded.
She's gone! It is my fault!
You ever feel like you were up against something relentless?
I am you. Everything that you have been through, the same thing happened to me. Don't scream.
This is only the beginning.
I'm gonna role play as Ninja when we beat him.
Okay. That's kind of rude, man.
Mr. Beast, does he even know what gaming is?
I mean, he's an old, washed-up gamer, but I also have to try.
I don't think there's enough practice in the world for Jimmy to be good at League of Legends.
If I lose for the rest of the time, I'm gonna be the guy who lost to Ninja.
This is gonna be a freebie.
Yeah, just root for me because Ninja sucks. Put me laughing after I say that.
Hello, welcome back. You're watching Good at Stuff, and if you're just joining us, we just made amazing hats. Our Black Widow hats. We've been telling, we made it. We both made it. We've been making Black Widow hats together, and it's time to show them off, right? Are you done? Do you feel confident, or do you want a few more minutes? Because we're not done with our murder mystery story.
Up to you. What do you? I mean,
this is up to you.
This is up to you. You want to paper, scissors, rock? Or you
Yes,
want like...
let's do it. I'm gonna glue my last little spider up here on its web. Okay, ready?
Okay. Well, wait. Which one of us is?
If I win, you keep going because you don't seem confident.
I don't know. I'm just here.
If you win, we get to be done.
Okay.
How's that?
All right. 2 out of 3 or just 1?
2 out of 3.
Yeah, let's build up a little.
We gotta build tension. This is a murder story.
Do you paper, scissors, rock, shoot, or just paper, scissors, rock?
Shoot.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
I say shoot.
Shoe?
Shoot.
Shoot, yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said shoot.
No.
Is it shoe or shoot?
Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Okay, 3. Okay. Paper, scissors, rock, shoot. Paper, scissors, rock, shoot. Okay, you win. Okay.
1. That's 1.
Paper, scissors, rock, shoot. Paper, scissors, rock, shoot. Oh, 1 and 1. Look at that equal tension.
God, I love paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah,
Okay.
tiebreaker.
Okay.
Paper, scissors, rock, shoot. Paper, scissors, rock,
I shoot. Shoot. What is mine?
You win. You're done.
We're done.
We're done.
I'm sad about that, but I won.
We're done with our hats.
Sorry.
Let's put them on and
Very
let's finish our
competitive.
story because we know Augustus Clawfoot was found in a live auction, murdered by a pickle jar, and the main suspect was Steve, and his alibi was passion. Or no, not his alibi. His motive was passion. But there's been some new evidence that has entered into the detective's fingers.
Well, let's take a look at the text.
Exactly. We are new suspects. So we need you at home to make sure we have an alibi. So, were we too distraught with ennui on our fainting couch? Or were we simply visiting the graves of our previous husbands? Put on our hats so we get the full shebang. Let's check it out. It couldn't have been us. Because it looks like ennui is winning right now with 100%. Too much. Oh, faint. It couldn't have been us. What do you think?
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't us. Oh, graves have taken over. We were simply at the graveyard, officer. Now's the time you get to be your character that you've been building all episode.
I was at the graveyard.
You was at the graveyard.
We were at the graveyard, and okay, I got this. We were at the graveyard. We didn't do it. Don't stop asking us questions. We didn't do it. Like, move on.
Nailed it. Look at that interrogation
Dude,
speech.
can you imagine, like, somebody just said to an officer, like, move on.
I didn't do it. Move on.
Move on. That's pretty funny.
Steve did it.
I'm gonna start using Twitter shame tactics on like a police officer, but never mind, because I'm not gonna do a crime.
No, we're not gonna do a crime, and we didn't do a crime because Steve did that crime. We got out of it.
Minecraft
Scot-free. Minecraft Steve did it. Minecraft Steve, of course he
dude.
did. He plays such a hero, and of course.
Honestly, because I can see myself right now, my hat looks so stupid, but my pose is kind of like on point.
I love
but
it.
the bad thing
it's all about this.
No, Gina, this is how this is just me being me. Like, this is what I do all the time. Like, when I walk sometimes, like, I'll have my bag, like, on my shoulder like this, and I have my hand up like this. I do this a lot.
You do the bag hold?
Yeah,
right in the
I think
crevice.
I'm kind of prissy. I don't know why. It's kind of funny, but, like, yeah, I was just
It's because you like bargain luxury.
Oh, I just love luxury.
You just love
I didn't do it.
I love it. You're just so in character, except it's not. You're just naturally this elegant and fabulous. Whereas I'm like, hubba-ba-ba, hubba-ba-ba-ba. I make a lot of sound effects when I'm trying to be fancy. I don't know if you've noticed, but I put on a voice every time.
I mean, I like it.
Thank
But
you.
it doesn't feel like you're putting on. It feels like it's you.
It is me.
Yeah,
This is me.
Yeah, I know.
I've done silly voices since I was a child.
Ooh,
I wanted to be Jim Carrey when I was a kid. I practiced constantly.
I break into song. My boyfriend has to deal with it all the time.
Love it.
I can make a song out of anything. It's the worst. Like, I wake him up in the morning and I'll just start singing, and he's like, please.
I love that. Everyone in chat, I love that you've been here. We've been talking about true crime and fashion and just having a good old grand time while not committing any crimes. Now, we're at this part of the show where I get to ask something of you. We, all season, have been collecting materials, concept, ideas, colors for a Frankencraft, a cursed craft that I'm responsible for making at the end of the show. Now, we already have music, framed, and metal as our 3 items. So what I'm going to need from you is your contribution to this craft.
Frame, and metal?
Those are the 3 I've gotten so far from our previous guests.
Are you going to do metal and music combined?
Yeah, I have to. I have to use all of the items.
But, like, you're going to use metal music?
Oh. That's a great suggestion.
No, she's going to make an NFT.
Oh, absolutely not. Too good. Your hat flew off.
That was funny.
Absolutely not. We're just tell it. We're gonna move right past NFTs and tell me what your 2 suggestions are for chat because they're gonna vote on it.
So I'm gonna say, aluminum foil.
Ooh, okay, aluminum foil.
Sorry, I'm downgrading your project because what?
No, I love it. I work with aluminum foil and craft paper and all that. I love it.
How about water?
Oh, okay, water or aluminum foil, everybody. This is the poll up now. Tell me what I'm going to be adding to this Frankencraft. I still don't know what we're making.
But it'll be fun.
It will be like so fun.
It's going to be like that show where they put all the food in the basket and then they're like, just make something.
Yeah, it's Craft Chop.
Oh, I love it. Dude, I like that. You got to put all the ingredients in a basket too.
I should.
That would be so fun.
Chat's going to help me design it.
You're super crafty. I feel like once you lay out all the stuff, you're going to look at it and be like, okay, I know I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be sick.
Perfect.
I really wanted to hit myself in the face with these flowers.
You kind of did.
No, they bent.
They bent?
I wanted it to like go back.
Guess what? Chat picked water. They threw me a curveball. I love it.
That's pretty.
Okay, we're gonna do water, and I'm gonna interpret that however I want. I can paint water. I can use water. Maybe I'll make a little fountain. That's fascinating. Okay, we're not gonna keep spitballing. Oh my god, it looks like a little friend.
What is it, alive? It's alive.
I mean, it is a spider garden. It's kind of alive.
I like the spider garden part, but that's it.
I want you to do something for me and for everyone out there.
Oh, for sure.
I want them to know what you got going on.
In
your life.
What?
Do you have any fun events?
Career-wise?
Career-wise? Life-wise? When's your stream back?
Let's see. We will be back before August, folks. I'm moving into a new house on the 10th. I got a wedding that I'm going to soon. So like I'm, still a little on my hiatus right now. I miss you guys very much, but I'm running away and studying and learning new lessons and doing things. I should be back before August, but for now, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Bows versus the World. Very aggressive name. I'm on Twitch, Big Boss Bows, and I hijacked the leaderboard. Look at that. If you're watching the stream right now, see my name up there, Big Boss Bows is on the leaderboard. Just click on that. Just click on it. There you go. Go watch, I'll be back soon. I do a 4-hour variety true crime show every Monday on Twitch, where, like I said, we're on a little break, but you can catch snippets on YouTube. I got a library of like 100-something crazy videos. I don't know if you ever, I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot. Dude, I was watching them. There's a lot.
I got a lot of interesting things that I cover, so even if you hate me, like I don't know, some of the videos are very interesting. But yeah, I do court cases on my channel. I do a lot of true crime stuff.
And live shows, right?
Yeah, I got live shows.
I got a picture of you at a live show.
Yeah. I'll probably be on tour by the end of the year again.
Ooh,
yeah,
look at you on stage.
Yeah, that was in New York. I had a sold-out show in New York, which was very exciting. All my beautiful people out there. I just did a show in LA that was really, really fun. And soon we're gonna do Austin. I think I might do San Diego when TwitchCon is going on. That's right. I'm gonna go to House of Blues in San Diego when TwitchCon is in town.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll set up a little tour for the end of the year, and I'll see y'all out there. But
Great. We already got your socials. You pitched them. You just click on Big Boss Bows right there.
Yes, Big Boss Bows.
And now I want to give you a gift.
Oh, I love it. My love language is gifts. Let's
go. She doesn't know what she's getting.
I don't know. She was gonna tell me before, and I was like, no, I'll find out.
Ready? Close your eyes. Open.
I'm trusting you so much right
I know.
now. I just realized that.
3, 2, 1.
Is it a candle?
No. Open.
A Slinky?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, but
it's their 75th anniversary.
Can I open it?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay,
I was playing with them all last episode. They were so like meditative.
I want to see if this is a good quality Slinky.
It's a good quality Slinky. Listen to that sound. I love that genuine.
Yeah, this is a good one because you know sometimes the plastic ones they don't really do it.
No,
for you.
no.
It's
the classic metal.
Let's see. Can I?
In 2000, that was entered into the Toy Hall of Fame. Did you know that?
Who made this? Like, what was
Slinky Company? The original Slinky company.
What was the guy? What was he working on a car? Like, and then he was like, let's make it a toy. Is this the original fidget toy?
Yes. And we're gonna say to you, enjoy that Slinky, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking with you.
This has been fun. We'll hang out.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out, and if you at home want to make these for yourself, we're gonna throw that QR code back up on the show because you can get it yourself. We've organized a whole list for you, just for you to hang out, and it's gonna be great. And if you want to make this at home and tag us in it, please do. I love seeing when you guys craft along or what you're working on. And a nice little present for all of you, we're gonna give away this Amazon list. Right now, we're gonna do a command in chat just for you, and you're gonna win. I'm gonna take this hat off a little. There we go. We're gonna throw a chat command through there, and you're gonna use !chat, and we're gonna pick one lucky viewer, and we're gonna whisper the winner to you. So you have to be 18 years or older and live in the United States. So you're gonna use !craft. That's how you do a chat command. That's what you're gonna do. So do it now, and we're gonna whisper to one lucky winner. So make sure to check it out and pay attention because it expires in 24 hours. So be diligent, be good detectives. Perfect. And as we like to say on this show, we love giving giveaways, we love celebrating you, and we make sure that we use the hashtag #IGotGood because it's our way to recognize and say hi to all of you. And we want to feature you and celebrate you on the show. So here's some chats or some tweets that we'd love to feature right now and say thank you for submitting. So Not a V said, this week for hashtag #IGotGood, I'm showing off my DIY sign for the Pride Parade. Where are my curly-haired queers at? P.S. The sign did not survive the night, but it was great while it lasted. Hello, curls out. And thank you, Not a V, for submitting. You've submitted almost every week, and we're so grateful. Thank you so much. Let's see the next one. Okay, Jeremiah says, @PocketGina, @Crown Channel. I got good at enjoying the little things. Hashtag I got good. And that's just a lovely walk out. Oh, lovely. And Mr. Owlbear supports Pride Month every month @PocketGina, Crown Channel. And in progress water dragon for my campaign this weekend. Hashtag I got good. Heck yeah. Thank you for submitting and celebrating with us. I'm so happy that you're doing all, we got a lot of crafts this week. I was loving it. We got mini paintings, we got signs. It was beautiful. So thank you so much for submitting. And yeah, yay. And if you are in chat and you got that whisper, don't forget to look. And we got some more stuff coming up on the Crown Channel because we have this show, but we have so many others here. So let's take a look at some of them because on Wednesdays, we have Fight Night with Chelsea Bites and Action Jackson. And on Thursdays, we have Spotlight with host Cup a Noodle. And on Fridays, we got the incredibly charming Eli cooking up a storm on Kitchen League. And all shows here at Crown Channel are from 4 to 6 Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to come back and check it out. And speaking of Spotlight, I was tasked last week with making a beard coffin for one John Sandman. Here's what he looked like before, and a charity stream made him shave it. And here's the after. Oh, look at that sweet little baby face. So sweet, so fresh. Oh, before, after, before, after. And I'm not gonna give you the spoilers yet. I'm holding it in my hand, this beard coffin, and I'm gonna show you the adventure I had making it right now.
Okay, I'm at Michael's. We're gonna get John a beard coffin. Okay, which one of you looks most like a coffin? Bingo.
So there I am. I just did some sketches first, and then I took that oh so good wood stain. Just wanted to richen up that color, make it look a little worn. And then my favorite part, some wood burning. Some lovely, relaxing wood burning for your enjoyment. I had a lot of fun designing this. It was such an obscure and strange craft, and that is my favorite things to do. Gotta immortalize that beard right there, forever. And here is the final product. So make sure to go and watch Spotlight on Thursdays because this is gonna be delivered to John, and his beard ghost remains are going to live inside this box forever, and it's gonna go to a new home. So make sure to tune in and find out where this ends up. But enough about them, let's continue to talk about Good at Stuff because we're back next week and every week for the next few weeks, every Tuesday. And we have a very fun guest coming up next week. We are going to be talking to Froggy Crossing, and we're going to be doing some lovely Animal Crossing themed stuffy pillows. As you can see behind her, big fan of plushies. So we are going to be doing Animal Crossing themed pillows. And if you want to craft along with us at home, we're going to throw up that QR code. And these are all the materials you're going to need for next week. So we are actually going to be using a sewing machine, but I included a couple of things on this Amazon list for you in case you wanted to craft along at home and hand sew along with us. So don't forget to take that QR code so you can craft along at home. And if you don't end up doing this craft, that's okay. You can still come back and hang out with us. We love to see you in chat. I love seeing you all every week hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've all been enjoying what's going on. I'm so excited Jeremiah was a Bullfrog 3. I am also very excited. I spoke to Froggy Crossing very briefly, and she was absolutely divine and kind and lovely, and I know that you all are going to love having a lovely chat with her. So as we're wrapping up, as we're coming to a close on this week's episode, I just wanted to say another shout out and a big thank you to Slinky. I want to play with it. Can I have one? Yeah! A big shout out to Slinky. It's their 75th anniversary, and we're going to celebrate the wins of Slinky because they have been going down our stairs in pairs and in singles for 75 years. So I'm going to give it up to Slinky, and I'm going to play with it in my outro because It's so satisfying. I love it. And we're gonna do another giveaway because I want to. So if you wanna do the Slinky, if you wanna enter to win the Slinky giveaway, right now we're gonna pick 3 winners at random. We're gonna do another chat command. So use that hashtag, or not hashtag, this is a chat command. We're going to be using ! Slinky. Throw them in chat. And we're gonna pick 3 lucky winners and we're gonna whisper to them. Same rules apply as before. It's very exciting. Quick and cheeky giveaway, absolutely. This is US only, and you have to be 18 years or older to win. So just keep that in mind. If you need someone else to go to the computer for you, do it. So yes, we got all those Slinkies. Yes, US and 18 plus only. So make sure if you fit into those categories, great. There's a chance you're gonna win a Slinky right now. Detective Zen, aw, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. We're gonna have tons of stuff. I love, it's not always about getting a thing. This show's about hanging out and being a community and building a lovely safe place where we can hang out. And I wanna feature some people. I wanna, let's say hi to some of you out here. Oh, I'm not in the US. Oh no, that's okay. I need someone else in the US to go to a computer for me. See, immediately, calling in reinforcements for help. I love it. Thanks for finding us. Nice finding you here. Oh, how's everyone feeling out there? Are you feeling cathartic? Jody Hauser, hi Gina, hi Jody. Everyone go show some love to Jody Hauser in chat. They're a lovely person. Let's see. Everyone, tell me how you're doing. Oh, we love and stan this. Has been so much fun. Thank you, Gina and crew. Absolutely. Digging the hats today, Burroughs Forge. Hey, Burroughs Forge. That was John, our very first guest on this show. Very nice. And I want to do a big, everyone in chat, thank you, crew. This has been such an amazing show to work on. And there is so many people behind the scenes that you maybe don't know. And they're all incredible. They're all very kind. It has been an absolute, yay, yeah, cheer for yourselves. Yeah, it's been great. I see there's so much kind words. Everyone here is so lovely. People in Seattle are so kind and welcoming and doing pretty great, straight chilling, perfect. And don't forget, we got to talk to Will Wheaton today. I'm still kind of reeling from that. And if you want to go check out his book, please do. Still Just a Geek from Will Wheaton. It is the updated adaptation of his memoir. It's going to be a beautiful, incredible read. So please do that. We got huge crew appreciation in chat for all of you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure and an absolute dream being here. And I'm going to keep playing with the Slinky. It kind of looks like a happy face. Look at that. Well, anyway, we're here every week. I love doing this. I really appreciate you all being here. We were front page today, and that's really exciting. So thank you for showing up and showing support and being here and being awesome. I love doing this. So I'll see you all next week. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm Gina DeVivo, your glam bot 3000, and I'm here every week. We'll see you next time.